All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Martinsville Speedway. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series makes a stop at Martinsville. Some more short track action headed your way. It's race number 2 of the season, and it's 150 laps of just flat out beating and banging and beating up on each other. And of course, you know what? It's live right here on TurnLeftTV. Who's going to take home the victory tonight? There's only one way to find out, and that is hang out right here on TurnLeftTV. While the Buschwackers Series heads to Martinsville for some classic short track action, there's going to be some tippers flaring tonight. It's going to be live right here on TurnLeftTV, boys and girls. Let's get this party started. All right, hey, thank you so much for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. For coming in here tonight on TurnLeftTV. Got a good one here for you tonight. A little Buschwackers series. Run a little bit late here. We've had some a few issues here we've had to solve. Again, thanks for coming in here to TurnLeftTV tonight. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, the broadcaster, commentator, and this is the High Octane Racing League Buschwacker Series, and this is Martinsville Speedway tonight. Oh, boy. It's going to be a big one here. Great race tonight. So we've got 150 laps headed your way tonight here at Martinsville. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, please give EliteHostingUSA.com a look. Not only that, but if you want to host your website, online store, EliteHostingUSA.com can provide you with a server in your local area or where you are in the world. So who is hosting our servers here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Head on over there and check us out. Get updates of point standings, schedules, what's coming up next, season champions, winners, also who's running what throughout the week on the servers. Come on out and join us at HighOctaneRacing.net, provided by EliteHostingUSA.com. Again, thanks so much for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. Whoa, look at that, man, I'm here. I am here. I've got my old Dick Johnson hat on. You know, great Australian race car driver, Australian Super V8 cars. And had a chance to see him in 1997. He and Peter Brock, and went to a race at Barbagallo, and got this hat, man. Got some signatures. Got to go into the pits and so forth and meet the drivers. It was really pretty cool. So I love this hat, man. Hesitate to wear it. You know, actually, I don't want to tear it up, but hey, thanks for coming in here. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you were here. If you haven't subscribed, there it is, the subscribe button. Please hit that. There's a donate button if you'd like to make a donation to PayPal to TurnLeftTV. Appreciate it if you would. That'd be great. Thanks to all those folks who have done so. I appreciate that. Then also, share my videos with all your friends, and then also down in the description of this race, please click on the link. Follow that over to the Fanatec website Help me out here at TurnLeftTV. We got a good one here for you tonight. Great action headed your way. Martinsville Speedway. Take a look at the schedule here in the Buschwackers series. Of course, this is race number 2, Martinsville Speedway, 150 laps. Next week we got Chicagoland Speedway. It's going to be a great one, man. Talladega on April the 22nd. That'll be a huge, huge race. Don't forget about Dover, another great short track. I don't know if you really want to call that a short track, but it's a mile high banked oval. Up on tires. Darlington coming up on May the 6th. See Memphis, a little bit of a different look there with Memphis on the schedule. Texas, Charlotte, and Gateway, the last 3 races of the season here in the Buschwackers series. Saturday Showdown Series will be back in action tomorrow at Riverside International for some great classic road course action. Riverside, I wish that course actually existed, but we have it in the virtual world. 40 laps tomorrow, race number 8 of the season, so we're definitely on the back half of the season, just 3 races to go, and this could be a game changer, man. Riverside is a fun track. It really is perfect. This configuration, the NASCAR configuration, is perfect for stock cars. Great road course. Going to be live right here on TurnLeftTV at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's coming up tomorrow, April the 9th, right here on TurnLeftTV. Saturday Night Thunder will be back in action at Martinsville. I'm going to get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and mix it up with these guys. It's race number 10, the final race of the season in the Saturday Night Thunder series. This is going to be a good one. 200 laps at Martinsville. I'm going to be worn out, man. Better getting a lot of rest tomorrow after the broadcast with the Showdown series in order to get out here and do 200 laps at Martinsville. But that's coming up tomorrow. If you'd like to come out and join us and beat up on the broadcaster, come on out, man. Racing starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Race number 10, the final race of the season in the Saturday Night Thunder. Take a look at the track here at Martinsville as we finish up the qualification session. Well, about a half a mile in length. 4 turns, of course, if you want to say that's 4 turns. I think it's 2 absolutely monstrous turns there. Banking in the turns at 12 degrees. I see that concrete and the asphalt there. A little bit different grip on those areas of the track. This is tight, man. Long straightaways and tight turns. I mean, it seems like you're on the straightaway forever, and then you're going to hit that turn, and that creeps up on you, and it just it's really tough, man. Got to be patient getting through these in these turns here at Martinsville. So that's the key, man. Don't burn up those tires. Speaking of that, we'll do the keys to the race in the warm-up session. These guys have finished up the qualification session. Right now, it's about 3.5 minutes left in quals. These guys are actually getting the drivers' meeting. Take a look at the point standings coming into tonight. That one race under our belts. Start at position 11 there. There you go. Lucas Simpner with the big win last week at Lucas Oil Raceway, on top in the points. Claudio Bardelli Jr. second, actually tied for second with Craig Marizon. Both those guys have 39 points. Todd Robillard is fourth. Dan Richter fifth. Paul Brown sixth in points coming into tonight. Tie for the seventh position. Preston Hassel, Sean Jacobs both tied there. Arthur Guerra is ninth. Tim Lansbury, who is not here so far tonight, so he is 10th in points. Take a look at 11th place, Christian Wilson. Dana Grover is 12th. Jair Oliveira 13th. Will Dunbar 14th. Givaldo Spindola is 15th. And John Stanley 16th in points coming into tonight's race. Got a couple new cars in the car set tonight. Take a look at a couple of those. Lucas Simpner bringing out his new paint scheme. Take a look at Luca. Got the school bus paint scheme there with the Team Luca in, so that looks pretty good. And then also Craig Marizon, his new paint scheme. We'll take a look at his as well. Did this scheme for him. Gave me some ideas, and got a little bit of a spray going on there. That's interesting. Kind of different. On top of another car, but that's interesting what's going on with that scheme. Maybe it's camera. Yeah, it's jumping out in the driver mode. So the 60 car with a new skin. So we'll take a look at this Magpul Dynamics skin, new skin for Craig Marizon. I was pretty proud of that one, man. I saw something similar to this online to try to recreate it. So there's the skin I just finished for Craig Marizon. Hopefully he enjoys that. Of course, we got to get the TurnLeftTV logo in. Enjoyed that one. All right, looks like we are switched over to the warm-up session, and we'll look at the qualification results. Sorry about that. Everybody's qualifying here, or qualified, I should say. Craig Marizon in the 60. How about that? Must be it's a new paint scheme, huh? Qualifiers in P1. 65, Dan Richter will start outside row 1. Paul Brown starts in 3rd. Jessica Pelletier, the 9X, starts in 4th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91. Another new paint scheme. We'll have to check that one out. He just sent that one to me. Qualifies in 5th. Preston Hassel outside row 3 in the 27 car. Lucas Simpner in the 21 qualifies in 7th. Arcavieta is 8th. Todd Robillard in the 90 starts in the 9th position. Tiago Gomez starts in 10th in that 7X machine. Starting in 11th will be Jim Willis in the 53 car. Sean Jacobs in the 24 starts in, well, Christian Wilson starts in the 13th position in the 30 car. Givaldo Spindola in the 68 will start 14th. Dana Grover in the 8X starts in 15th, and Ricky Emerson, the 5 car, starts in the 16th position. All right, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. Look at this, man. We got Givaldo in here saying good day, good evening. Good luck to Givaldo here tonight. Huge shout out to Givaldo. Good luck to him and one of our loyal HORL members, Claudio Bardelli Jr., another one of our hardcore HORL members, and always enjoy watching his broadcasts. Tracks VR in here tonight as well. Short track racing, that's right. Short track racing, like it's supposed to be. Live on TurnLeftTV. Take a look at Claudio Bardelli's new paint scheme. Got a big TurnLeftTV representing going on right there. He's got a couple places, huh? There and back there. Look at that, man. That guy is legit. Changed the number on his scheme, so looking good. Changed the font for the number and the colors and so forth. So looking good there for Bardelli Jr. as I go around his car. At 2.5 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. I'm going to give you my keys to the race here tonight for what it's worth. I'm just a broadcaster. My keys to the race are Martinsville, man. Manage the corners. These things, it's not turns 1 and 2. It's one big turn on that side of the track. It's the same thing for 3 and 4. It's not 3 and 4 in my opinion. It's a continuous turn. But manage the corners, man. It's really about corner entry here and being patient through those corners. Crosstown traffic, man. You're going to be in traffic all night long, so you're going to have to be able to manage traffic and be able to weave your way through there. Be patient, man. You're going to be around drivers all night long, man, on the high side, on the low side, trying to get through, so forth and so on. So crosstown traffic, man. Manage the traffic. Be patient. You'll be all right. Wait for an opening, man, and that's going right along with that driving in traffic. Wait for an opening. Chances are if somebody's driving too hard and they get into the turns, they're going to, with too much speed, they're going to use up their tires, and you're going to get an opening there to be able to slip through. Pit patience, man. Pit road speed's 35 miles an hour tonight. Easy to speed. You don't want to speed here. You got to do a drive-through. It's going to take forever to go down pit lane. You're going to lose a couple of laps. So, pit patience, man. This is a unique pit, pit here with going around. You got Wall, coming in on the backstretch and coming around. It's a little bit of a tough one. So, those are my keys to the race here for whatever it's worth. I'm just a broadcaster. What do I know, huh? Hey, thanks so much for coming in, and we got a good one here for you tonight. About a minute left in the warm-up session. All right, boys and girls, I think it's that time. This is Martinsville. 150 laps here tonight, race number 2 of the season, and this is going to be a fun one, man. Hang on tight.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, here we go. This is going to be a fun one, man. Martinsville Speedway, always a fun track. Keep your wits about you. Don't get mad. Here we go. Starting order. Craig Marizon in the 60 starts in P1. Dan Richter in the 65 starts in the 2nd position. In 3rd will be Paul Brown. Jessica Pelletier starts in the 4th position in the 9X car. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91 starts in 5th. Preston Hassel in the 27 starts in 6th. Lucas Simpner in the 21 car starts in the 7th position. Artur Fieta starts in 8th. Starting in 9th will be the 90 of Todd Robillard. Tiago Gomez in the 7X starts in the 10th position. Jim Willis in the 53 starts in 11th. Sean Jacobs starts in the 12th position. Christian Wilson in the 30 starts in the 13th position. Givaldo Spindola 8 starts 14th. Dana Grover in the 8X starts 15th. Ricky Emerson starts in the 16th position in that 5 car. .150 laps here, man. This is going to be a grueling, grinding race. Everybody behaving here. I'm hoping not. I hope there's not a quick caution flag. Track is tough, man. Martinsville, one of the toughest tracks on the schedule. Here we go. Pace car is off. Nick Marizon will lead the field to take the green flag here at Martinsville.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go short track racing, boys!
Already Marizon out to a good start as these guys come by down the backstretch. We got a yellow flag right there. I told you it'd be a quick caution flag. Lap number 1. Lap number 2 as they cross the start-finish line. What happened here? All right, let's take a look and see what happened. What happened here? Luca, right there. Luca got down to the inside. Todd Robillard got in the back of the 21 car. Take a look at this. Take a look here as Kempner gets down in the inside, and then Robillard comes up in the middle right there between the two. Luca was down pretty low, and then 90 gets into the back of the 21 car. Spins at 21. Aboard here with a 90. Really, 90 looked like Luca might have gotten into the on the brakes. That was interesting. So a little quick caution flag here. I had a feeling we'd have a quick caution with all these cars out here. Be a little patient. Get tight in a hurry. As you get turning a lot of speed down the straightaway. Get into the turns. Pretty hard on the brakes. Things bunch up in a hurry here. Got to be careful. You're going to be racing too wide, at least early on. Like we're getting ready to go back green. Marizan's going to lead the field here to take the green flag in this 60 car. 77 now starting on the outside line. Dan Richter starting in third on the inside. That might be a little bit better deal for the 65 car. He was up on the outside line there the last time. We'll see how this works out. Marizan getting a great start, but a good drag race with the 77 down the front stretch. And the 77 drives that car in deep there. A little extra bump in the throttle, but he and the 60 car having a battle. 5 in the 91. They're battling it out. Look at that, the 91. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in that new paint scheme. Out of the back of his machine at that Boom Boo Rum Company sponsored Ford. Dan Richter in the 65. Running in P4 now. Thiago Gomez here in the 7X machine. He is running in the 8th position behind Jim Willis in the 53. Jessica Pelletier in that 9X machine just ahead up there as well in the 6th position. With a single file action now here, and we'll see how patient people are making passes. Jacobs having some issues here as far as the his controller or something. He was talking about how he lost all of his controller settings, so he's behind the 8-ball here a little bit, running in the 15th position. Maybe setting up for a long night in this 24 car. Paul Brown leading the field here in the 77, the 60. Nick Marizan running in second. Preston Hassel in the 27, having to fend off that 9X machine. Preston in the AMD sponsored Ford, running in the 5th position. Behind Dan Richter, you see Howell. Oh, contact! Contact right there, a 65, the back into that. They got all bunched up. Jessica got into the back of the 27 car. There's all kinds of mess going on now. Got another yellow flag here. That started earlier. That started earlier, I think. Man, I mean, things got bunched up after that, but the 9X got into the 27 car, pushed him up into Dan Richter. Take a look and see what happened. Started with a little bit earlier here, but see the 27 right there gets shoved into the 65. 65 spins here. Then it's a mess behind. A mess back here. There is another yellow. There's a Jim Willis gets spun, I believe. Take a look here. 53 car. 7 comes off the wall. Comes across the front, I think, of that 53, and he is in the fence. On board here with the 53, and he's going to see a whole lot of that 7X machine. 7X coming off and into the 53. 7X got into the wall there, it looked like. Off the turn, got into the wall, and then turns left and gets into the 53 car. I think he was just trying to avoid the wall. So a couple quick caution flags. Dana Grover is the race leader in the 8X. Waldo Spindle in the 68 is second. Todd Robillard is third. Dana Grover in the 8X to the front of the field here. So we've got a couple quick caution flags. Guys, get things settled down here. We're only 7X. Driving through pit lane, going to get a penalty here. Going to have to start at the longest line since 7X machine drive through. Pace car is in. Dana Grover, Givaldo Spindle is side by side here for this restart. Robillard Bargelli Jr. in the second row, 77 and the 5, starting in row 3. 60 and the 4 in row 4. Here we go. 8X lagging back there a little bit. Givaldo in ahead, but that 8X drove that car in deep and leaving the door open for the 90 car. Todd Robillard trying to get through. Some short track in here. 90 and the 91 working together here maybe to get through. Dana Grover up on the outside, and have to be patient here. A little patient. This is a tough track. 77 getting through. Dana Grover now back to fourth. Ricky Emerson may be working on Dana Grover now. Ricky Emerson touches the apron a little bit. That's models things up. Ricky got down onto that curb and lost some traction, was trying to make a pass, not able to do it. Arizon trying to get by, and Ricky does not want to give up that spot. I think Arizon now back to the 6th position. 8X way up the track. Oh, contact right there. Oh, Marizon comes around. Guys are just driving the wheels off this thing right now. They got to be a little patient here. Holy smokes. Sun got turned, I believe. Robillard will take the flag here, catch the pace car. See what happened here. Right here is a little bit out of the throttle right there, but the 65 gets into the back of the 60, trying to hang on to this thing. Up across the track, Archivieta has nowhere to go. 27 has nowhere to go. Hi, Evan. Right here, the 60 gets out of the throttle. Comes down. Contact right there. 65 and the 60. 60 coming around, gets in back into the 65. 4 has nowhere to go as well. On board here with the 4 car. You see those guys get together. A whole lot of 60 car right there. Mario Bardelli Jr., the 91, is the leader here, and another caution flag. 3 caution flags, and we're 26 laps into this race. My heavens. And we've had some great races here, caution-free races. I know in the Saturday Night Thunder, we've had some caution-free races at this place, and we'll see one tomorrow, I bet. I mean, to jinx it, but I would imagine we'll probably see that. Guys are just, you know, thinking they got to get track position right now and just be patient here. Let these cars' tires heat up. All right, we're getting ready to go back green, hopefully, for a few laps. Guys are having a little bit of a challenge here tonight. A little bit of aggressiveness, I think. If they just simmer down just a little bit, I think they'd be all right. A little bit of aggressiveness, I think, going on right now for some reason. It's been a while since we've been at this track, but everybody feeling like they got to go like hell here initially on cold tires and into the back of other drivers and so forth. And green flag, go, go, go. Here we go. Back to green. A little give and take right now, and we get some good green flag laps in. 91 and the 77 here getting after it. Down the back stretch into turn 3, and the 91 drifting up there a little bit. X and the 27. Also the 5 in this mix, like the 91. Still trying to get that position, but side by side between the 91 and the 77. 91 able to get that spot. 77 tucks in the second position. And Richter, after being involved in that last wreck there in the 65, trying to climb his way back through. 4. Martinsville also in this mix. He's running in the 8th position. Bears on trying to get back on track here in the 60 car. Now running in the 14th position. Jim Willis off the pace there a little bit. What happened to Jim Willis? He fell back, so it happened. I was looking on at some other things there. I took my eye off the screen for a second, but Jim Willis loses a position. What happened to Jim as the 60 car? Jim Willis, oh, he checked up right there. He almost got into the back of the 30. There was a pass going on with Lucas Simpler ahead. He got too wide. The 30 had to get out of the throttle. Now the 60 going to try to get a spot here and get around the 30. 60 gains another spot, so looked like there was a little bit of a check up there. Robolite here trying to make some position, getting around the 9X. Dana Grover, the 90, picking up a spot now in the 8th position. Dana Grover now falling back to the 9th spot. Martin is running in P7 in that 4 car. Christian Wilson in the 30. In the 68, battling it out to 68, giving him a little bit of room. Backs in as Jim Willis trying to get by as well. Looking out of the back of the 30 machine. Jim Willis and Givaldo Spindle are battling it out. Dan Richter now back up to the 6th position. The 65 car. tire management tracks, it looks like the 65. It just seems like in the times I've seen him out, he does really well at these tire management tracks. And I think you're going to see the 65 back up front for the night's out. John Jacobs going down to the inside. See Chevelle up on the outside as that 53 had gotten by the 24, getting by as well, taking over a spot. Marizon and Lucas Sifner here battling it out side by side. Marizon on the high side is the 8X just in front, the 21. Lucas Sifner, that new paint scheme on the inside and battling Craig Marizon. Dana Grover in this mix in that 8X machine. Great three-wide battle there, a three-way battle. Lucas Sifner going to the high line here, trying to use this high line, follow the 60 car through. The 60 car makes that pass. Lucas Sifner in the Ford up on the high line, trying to get around this Toyota. Preston Hassel back up to the 4th position now. 7 car looking pretty strong tonight. Jim Willis trying to get around the 30 with Christian Wilson, so the 53 car getting around. Looking out of the front of the 53's machine, you see 21, Lucas Sifner getting on that curb just a little bit, rubbing off some speed. Oh, the 9X hard on the, or the 8X hard on the brakes. My heavens, man. Tight here. John Jacobs in the 24 trying to get around. Christian Wilson in the 30, the 24 trying to, figure out these new settings on that steering wheel to kind of an emergency calibration. Lost his settings. Back at him. There's Jessica Pelletier in the 9X machine and Todd Robillard in the 90. Jessica up the track as the 90 car gets by. Now in P7, Jessica falls back to the 8th position. Todd Robillard looks like he might be on the move. Now all over the back of Artivieta. Now going to start running up on some lap traffic. The 68 up on the high side. He's some lap traffic now. We've got 2 cars a lap down. Geraldo is in the lucky dog position. He's hard on the brakes. 65 trying to get around. 68 up into the wall. That Todd Robillard going to make that pass. Not for position, but getting around that lap car. Geraldo's having a rough time here right now in that 68 car. That right front tire is all used up. Running in P15, but you see as he's getting in, he's locking up those brakes. That may be a brake pressure situation too. Does look like he's using up those brakes. Marizon now battling the 9X. Marizon trying to bounce back here, getting by the 9X machine, now taking over P8. Martelli Jr. is the leader, but he's got that 77 car to contend with. Emerson in the 5 is running in the 3rd position. There's a little pep talk from the admin, and these guys have sort of figured it out a little bit. Forward here with the 91 as he's running in P1. Claudio Martelli Jr. trying to win another championship here in the Buschwackers series. All down in 2nd. Emerson running in the 3rd position. Take a look at that 5 car. Ricky Emerson running in P3. The Toyota. And this guy's starting to run up on a little bit of lap traffic here. You see the 7X. Thiago Gomez. Oh, there's contact with the leader. Oh! There's contact right there, and Claudio. The leader's involved. Martelli Jr. in the wall, and it looks like Paul Brown backwards on the track, and we got a yellow flag. Ricky Emerson, the leader, and there was some shenanigans with the front too. It was just a lap traffic situation, I believe. See what happened here. This is a little bit after the fact, and Mardelli Jr. comes up and gets into the 77, but there the 91 back into the back of him. See what happened here. The 91 comes up the track. There might have been some contact. I don't know what that, it doesn't look like that. It comes back across. And 91 gets back into the 77 car. I don't think that was intentional, maybe trying to get that spot back, but that all was predicated on the 7X being on the high line, these guys trying to get around. So probably a little bit more patience on the 77 and the 91 trying to get around there. And then there's contact there. And more contact as the 91 comes back and gets into the 77. Getting some pit stops underway. Stifter is the leader. Arizon is in second. The 21 of Lucas Stifter is in the lead. Ricky Emerson second. Richter is third. Hassel fourth. Willis is fifth. And a good green flag run there. We started getting try to weave it through. We see Lucas Stifter coming down pit lane, trying to deal with some lap traffic, and things got bottled up there. Ricky Emerson will go to the race lead, I believe. Stifter is on pit lane. '65, Dan Richter will start on the outside line this time by the 27. Preston Hassel starts in third. Jim Willis starts in the fourth position. Todd Robillard starts in fifth. Nick Bearzon will start in the sixth position. Short tracking. Kippers flaring here at Martinsville. Back to green. Now these guys are all bottled back up. All bottled back up here on the brakes. Now they're 3 wide. 3 wide back there. There's some paint swapping going on. 9X and the 4 battling it out. The 4 of Archie Vieta on the inside line, and the 9X, Jessica Pelletier on the outside line. 53 in this mix, the 90 in this mix, 65 in this mix. Again, bottling back up here at Martinsville. Short track action. Paul Brown off the pace here. Something happened to Paul Brown in this mix. Something happened here. He is sure what happened. He's starting back there in the back. Oh, the 30 got into the back of the 77, and the 7X straightened him up. 7X straightening him up. My gosh, did you see that? Iago Gomez straightening him up. Watch this. Nowhere to go. Gets into the 77. And that's why a caution flag didn't come out. Here's on board there with Christian Wilson. We'll take a look. He gets into the back of the 77 there. And the 77 gets plowed by the 7X car and straightens him up. He is got some damage to that machine. He's going to have to get fixed. 5 car is the leader. Preston Hassel in second. Dan Richter is third. Robillard in the 4th position. Take a look at Jim Willis here in the 53. He's now in the 6th position. He likes these small tracks, man. Our Florida drivers. I don't know how he feels about Martinsville, but I know he likes short track racing. Right now running behind Argentina in this Black Rifle Coffee Company machine, number 53, Jim Willis, and it's still nose to tail there from 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hassel leading that train there in the 27. He is in the 2nd position. The second behind the 5 of Ricky Emerson is our race leader. Mario Bardelli Jr. in the 91, getting by the 21 of Lucas Simpner. Bardelli Jr. trying to bounce back and get some track position. Now in the 12th position. Simpner back to 13. Look at Craig Marizon in that new paint scheme. Magpul Dynamics number 60 car. On board here with him. He's got a little work to do to catch on to the end of that 53. An eventful night for that new paint scheme. Take a look at Sean Jacobs trying to figure it out. Right now he is running in the 9th position. Been a quiet night here for the 24 in this Western Auto sponsor machine. Now working on the bottom side of that 9X is Jessica Pelletier. Jacobs backing off as it looked like he had a nose under the 9X car. Getting a little bit of speed there, but the 9X using that high exit. Now Sean Jacobs down to the inside. Pelletier slamming the door in the turns. Lucas Simpner battling the 68. Simpner on the inside, 68. Givaldo Spindola giving up the 13th position. Lucas Simpner now in 13th. Givaldo falling back to the 14th position. Round into 77 wants a caution flag. He wants to get some repairs done to this machine. You know he has pretty significant damage on this car. As a 21 trying to close in on him. Take a look at Dana Grover here in the 8X. Our newer drivers, and this I think the first time that Dana's been out here, at least in the High Octane Racing League, out at Martinsville. And this is an interesting track, that's for sure. Very different than some of those cookie cutters 8X has been sort of cutting his teeth on. Now running in P10. Quiet night here for the 8X tonight. Ricky Emerson in the 5 car. Is the leader, starting to roll up on some lap traffic. Giving some room as the 5, our race leader Ricky Emerson, getting by. He's got a about a 1.1 second gap there over P2, and that's Preston Hassel. And Richter in third. You see the 5 car getting around the 30. Christian Wilson's had a pretty eventful night here so far. running in the 15th position. Probably not the night he was looking for, but Les keeps plugging away here. One of our Team Luca drivers, the 68, letting some of these guys go by. So 30 car letting Archivieta go by there on the bottom side. Got a yellow flag here, maybe? Or yellow flag. Like there was something between Jessica Pelletier and we are at past halfway. See what happened here. This is the 24 and the 9X. Here, down the front stretch, or the back, yeah, the front stretch here, getting into the turn. And the 9X and the 24 get together. 9X kind of running that 24 down and down below the curb. Right there's a little bit of contact, and then I'm not sure if that's contact or not, but they're rubbing on each other right there, and then the 9 down to the 24, down on the 24. I think who we can look at here to see replay of that. 8X car. Watch out at the front of this 8X machine. Going into the turn. They were side by side, and then coming off the turn, it looked like that 8X got down into the 24 car, and then the 9X, and that 8X had nowhere to go, or got pushed down. So Ricky Emerson, the leader. We get the 1 to go. Then we get through these replays. Then we've done our pit stops and lined them back up and getting ready to go back green. I don't have any time to do any commercials. Christian Wilson has retired his machine. Bad there for Christian in the 30 car. All right, back to green. Back to green. Oh, there's already contact between the 90 and the 65. We got another yellow flag. My God. Boy, oh boy. Definitely got stacked up about 3-4 cars back. That is a chain reaction thing, I believe. Right here, the 9X. And the 8X gets into the back of the 9X right there. See what happened here. 21 gets a little bit out of the throttle with the 9X maybe trying to go around, and then the 8X gets into the back of the 9X car right there. Go on board here. Go back here and we'll back up this way. Right there, it looked like the 9X had come across the front of the 8X. Wowza! Ricky Emerson. We're getting ready to go back green. Another caution flag. This is a little bit of an ugly race here. I'd say, well, we have about 5-6 caution flags here so far. Got a little while to go. We had a good couple decent little green flag runs. One long green flag run, another one semi-long, I guess, maybe 10, 15 laps. All right, here we go. Back to green. Backing up right there. Cautions breed cautions, man. Let's hope these guys exercise a little patience. Exercise a little patience here. Jacobs here battling it out. Lucas Siffer in the 21. Sean Jacobs in the 24. Guys battling it out. Side by side. Siffer looks like he has that position around Sean Jacobs. Jacobs on that outside line, having to hold that outside. He wants to try to find a way to get down to the bottom line. Dana Grover wanting to get through here, racing Givaldo Spindle. Dana up the high side. 7X, Thiago Gomez just in front for the 13th position as Dana Grover gets by Givaldo. Emerson exactly where he wants to be, out front and away from these cars. 0.8 of a second lead over Preston Hassel. Modelli Jr. running in third. Richter up to the 4th position. We'll take a look at Dan Richter now. Got that car back up to 4th after an earlier incident. Had a rough night here tonight, man, but he's worked his way back up to the front. Jessica Pelletier in the 9X, and Lucas Simpner in the 21. May not be a race for him, man. He likes these fuel mileage races, but so far does not have that fuel mileage look to it. Does not have any green flag pit stops. Martivieta in the 4 car. Givaldo might have come down pit lane here, not sure. Givaldo is on pit lane in that 68 car. Something's going on with Givaldo. Then he got a penalty. Look at Claudio Bardelli Jr. leading a little train here. He's in the 3rd position. 2nd position, car 27 of Preston Hassel is closing in on the 5. Our race leader. Preston Hassel could be our short track victor here tonight. Keeping that 5 car honest. Ricky Emerson heating those brakes up. Look at those brake rotors glowing into the turn. Going off a little bit down the straight, and we're going to get them glowing again into the turn. Look at that, man. Cherry red for those brakes. Rotors are on fire right now. That will matter, man. You heat those brakes up, and that thing is not going to stop as easily. I've Robillard in a little bit of a mix here with Jim Willis, Craig Marzon, Paul Brown, Dan Richter. Really strong cars here. 5 strong cars running together. You guys have had an eventful night. Some of these guys have some damage they're dealing with. They sorting it out. All around in the 77 car, the tail end of this little group. Running in the 8th position. We'll look at Sean Jacobs here in the 24 car. Got running behind the 21 of Lucas Simpner. Simpner in that new school bus painted machine. Really have a sponsor, just school bus. Team Luca running in the 10th position. Jacobs running in 11th right now. Now it's the Team Ricky show. Got a almost a 2nd lead over Preston Hassel. Bardelli Jr. in 3rd, Richter 4th, Willis in 5th. 50 laps to go now. Ricky Emerson extending that lead. PlayStation sponsored machine. Robillard in the 90 car here, running in the 6th position. Behind, just in front of him, is the 53 of Jim Willis. So hard to pass here, especially when you got. Look at that, he's leaving that door open a little bit. So hard to pass, especially when you talk about guys of the caliber like Jim Willis, Dan Richter, Claudio Bardelli Jr. Don't forget Craig Marazon is just behind. In that 60 car. Look at that 60 of Craig Marazon and that new paint scheme. That full dynamic sponsored Camaro. Thiago Gomez in the 7X machine. Gotten around Dana Grover. Dana Grover in the 8X. What went on there with that pass here, we'll see. See this pass here a little bit earlier. 7X, see the 8X climbing up the track, losing some grip, and the 7X takes advantage and gets by. Bearzon and Jim Willis. Todd Robillard, Jim Willis, all these guys racing together. 77 and Jim Willis. Everybody's racing Jim Willis right now. Everybody's racing Jim Willis. Going to give up a couple spots there, so Jim Willis has given up 3 spots. Brown. Greg Bearzon gets by. Brown got by. Don Jacobs now side by side with Jessica Pelletier, the 9X up the high side. Tried to get down low to close that door, not able to do it as the 24 gets by the 9X. Don Jacobs gets through now up to the 10th position. Arthur Vieira trying to follow him through. Arthur Vieira is in the 14th position. Arthur is 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. Look at Archer as he gets by the 9X. 7X Thiago Gomez out also getting by as Jessica Pelletier now falling back to the 12th position. Field running in 14, 1 lap down in the lucky dog spot. Dana Grover in the 8X machine, and now is the last car on the lead lap. Up on Jessica Pelletier, that 9X machine. Jessica having a little trouble here getting into the turns. 8X now down to the inside, looking on the low side. That car wanting to come around a little bit. The back end of that car wanting to come around. Dana Grover going down to the bottom side there, holding that line on the bottom side as the 9X up on the high side here. Good side-by-side battle here between the 8X and the 9X. 8X holding off. He's backing up that corner. Getting a good exit off the turn. In that spot on the 9X. Couple Toyotas here battling it out. Dana Grover now in 12th. Baldo in the 68 car. He is seen some smoke coming out from those tires there. I think maybe a little bit of a brake calibration issue for the 68. Again, you see chirping those tires getting into the turn. That caused the 9X to get out of the throttle. All that smoke. I do think there's a little bit of chirp in the tires there. You see that car is really turning the wheel to get the car to turn. Ricky Emerson has got about a 2-second lead on the field. They're on lap 122. 53 and the 21 battling for position. 21, Lucas Simpler down to the inside, trying to take over P8. Takes the P8 position. It's the 53 back to P9. Lucas Simpler making some run here. Again, one of those races I don't think is going to fall into the wheelhouse right now, the way it's playing out for Luca, is because he likes those fuel mileage races, but you see Ricky Emerson getting by the lap traffic car now. The 9X 1 lap down as Ricky Emerson the 5 gets by. What's mentioning with Luca is I think the way this race is playing out, it's not going to be really a fuel mileage race, so maybe not going to play out in his favor. Les having a pretty good night here, running in the 8th position, about 6.5 seconds off the race lead. Look at the 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. Just behind him is Dan Richter. Robillard is in the 5th position. These guys trying to get by some lap traffic here to maybe make a run this last 20 laps or so. Last 25 laps, 24 laps as Bardelli Jr. getting by. Guys getting by. You see Jessica up into the wall a little bit. Guys some room. Open the door there for the 65, trying to sneak his nose under the 91 car. Tight battle here. The 91 running in P3. 5 running in the 4th position. Nick Bearzon here trying to take over his spot. Oh, the 90 car hits the curb. That's the 60 car getting by. The 60 car got by because the 90 had gotten into the, right there, man. That car went left on him. You know, it did a great job of holding on to that thing, but 77 car could not get the grip that he needed coming off the turn to be able to pull off that pass. You saw him getting a little squirrely. See that 90 car taking off up the track. And watch the 77 car. The back end of that car is going to swirl around on him a little bit. He cannot get the grip to be able to make that pass on the 90. That car is starting to reel that 5 car in a little bit. It's under a second now. So the 27 car on the move here with 20 laps to go. Look at Preston Hassel. He is closing in on the 5. Preston Hassel closing in on our race leader. Now down to 0.8 of a second. With 18 laps to go, the 27 closing in on this 5 car. 5 car looking at maybe some lap traffic ahead. The X trying to stay on the lead lap. He's the last car on the lead lap in 12th position. Down to the back of Ricky Emerson's machine. Preston Hassel in the 27. Closing in, now down to 0.7 of a second. Bardelli Jr. on the move as well. Dan Richter, Nick Bearzon, Robillard coming. Lap traffic in the way. Oh boy, things tighten it up now. Tighten it up for the race lead. The 27 and the 5. Nose to tail as that 5 car clearing the 8X. That's going to help him out a little bit. Oh, the 27 car dives into the turn. That 27 car looking fast here. Preston Hassel trying to get by. Oh, there's contact. He drifted up in front of the 5. There was contact. Oh, my heavens. There was contact. Man, that 27 slung that car into the turn. It drifted up. Tried to do a little slide job on the 5. And there was contact between the 2 of them. 27 car down to the race lead here on lap 136. And they're getting after it here behind. It is go time. Preston Hassel, man, did you see that? Preston Hassel, watch this, man. He slung this car into the turn. Down into the turn right there, and he slides up right there in front of the 5. The 5 does a great job of laying off of him, but there's a little bit of contact. The 27 says, I am on the move. I will not be denied today. Preston Hassel. Ricky Emerson, we'll take a look at him. He's following within the 91's clutches now. Might have used his stuff up. Claudio Bardelli Jr., if he can get around Ricky Emerson, he might have something for Preston Hassel. As we're approaching 10 to go. Preston Hassel, the leader. 27 car on the move. My heavens, the 91 getting by Ricky Emerson. Bardelli Jr. not quite cleared him yet. 5 trying to hold on, not able to do it. The 91 gets by. Now he's got a second to make up on the 27 car with 10 laps to go. Can the 27 hold on? Boy, he probably used a little bit of his stuff up there getting around the 5. My heavens. Ricky Emerson now back to 3rd. Dan Richter trying to get around Ricky Emerson. On board here with Dan Richter. He's trying to get around this PlayStation sponsor machine. Dan Richter down to the inside. Good battle here between the 65 and the 5. Bardelli Jr. has cleared. He is now down below a 2nd. Paul Brown and Todd Robillard here battling it out. Lucas Simpner in this mix. These guys having a good battle. Look at this, 90 and the 77. These guys are in a slugfest right now. 90 car holding on to that spot as a 77 looked like he had it. He's still fighting on the outside line. Oh my heavens. Preston Hassel now weaving his way through traffic. Oh no! There's a yellow flag. Oh my heavens. Preston Hassel did not want to see that. Oh no. Preston Hassel did not want to see that yellow flag. Oh boy. There was some battling going on with Art Viet and Jessica Pelletier. Jessica is backwards on the backstretch there. See what happened. Art Viet and Jessica Pelletier. 4 car on the inside. They're 3 wide right there. And then, contact. Like Jessica got into the side of the 4. And all heck breaks loose. So this looks like some of those lead lap cars get into this. Look here is in here. There's contact, and Jessica gets loose, gets into the 4X right there, and into the wall. And then there's more contact. Like Sean Jacobs made some contact. Oh my gosh, Dan Richter, that was a hard lick for him. Hard lick for Dan Richter. Watch this. This is coming around the turn. He's going to see a whole lot of that 9X machine in the way. Contact there, and then he has nowhere to go. Straight into the 9X machine. On board here with Jessica. She gets loose right there coming off the turn and gets into the 4 car. And collects a lot of the cars that were vying to get a really good position there. Finishing position. Well, boy. Preston Hassel is beside himself right now because I think he had this race won. I think he was in a great position to win this race. Now we're looking at Dan Richter in the race lead, and I don't know whether he's come down pit lane or not. I want to say no, but I might be wrong about that. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in 2nd. Preston Hassel's now back to the 3rd position. And that 27 car had pushed himself to the front. Had a little bit of trouble at the beginning of the race. Got himself behind the 8 ball a little bit. Now finds himself back in the 3rd position with some strong cars here. Now the thing is that 65 car has probably some pretty significant front end damage on that machine. It's like a green-white checker. White checker. Richter on the inside starts in P1. Bardelli Jr. in the 91. We have a green-white checker here. Who's it going to be? The 91, the 65, the 5's back up there, the 27. Remember, the 5's good early in the run. 60 could be his night as well, that new paint scheme. Here we go, green-white checker here at Martinsville. I think there's going to be some paint swapping. 27 car gets into the back of the 65, the 5 trying to get under the 91. 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. to the front. Can he hold on? Can he hold off a charge by the 5 car? And they're wrecking behind. This will finish the race here. The 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. to the front. The 90 and the 5. Oh, Bardelli Jr. slimed up the track, and it gives the 5 car a little bit of a shot. Not going to want to do. Oh, the 90 car spins as the 91 wins this race. Oh, my heavens. The 91 car gets the race win here at Marty. Yeah, go gives him a congratulatory slam in the back. So congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. How about that? Getting the race win. Great job to Claudio Bardelli Jr. as he's getting slammed by Thiago Gomez. Gomez wants in the screenshot again. As the 91 burns that thing up. So congratulations to the 91 car on getting the win. Wow. Bardelli Jr. getting the win. Congratulations to him. That was as wild as I thought it was going to be. That was a wild finish. Got to find Bardelli Jr.'s screenshot. I don't even know where it's at. I took a screenshot. Bardelli Jr., as we are looking for his screenshot here. Hang on one second. I think I got something that'll work. Congratulations to him. Take a look at the finishing results here. The final results tonight. Bardelli Jr. gets the win. Ricky Emerson finishes second. Paul Brown finishes in the third position. Craig Marizon in that 60 finishes fourth. Todd Robillard, tough night there for him, but he finishes in the fifth position. Preston Hassel ends up with a sixth place finish. Lucas Simpler seventh. Thiago Gomez finishes in the eighth position. Sean Jacobs ninth. Jim Willis finishes in that 10th position. Finishing in 11th is Dan Richter in the 65. A little bit of a gamble there for him. Did not pay off, but nonetheless made a gallant effort. Dana Grover finishes in 12th. Artie Vieira 13th. Finishing in the 14th position is Givaldo Spindola. I don't know what happened at 15th, but Christian Wilson finishes in the 16th position. Not sure what's going on there with that. rest. Nope, somebody's messed up the standings, but oh, whatever. So interesting for that finish, that's for sure. See if we can't get Claudio Bardelli Jr. up here in the booth with us. Oh, wow. Drag that screenshot over here, hopefully. Scooch that over a little bit, maybe bring that down somewhat. There we go. Something that's presentable. For the 91, this is just before he got hit by Thiago Gomez. We'll see if we can't get Bardelli Jr. up in the booth with us. All right, Claudio Bardelli Jr. joins us up here in the booth after an exciting finish at Martinsville. Congratulations.
Ooh, thank you.
Well, that was that race. This track will wear you out. Will drive you to exhaustion. But the last that green-white checker, did you really think you had a shot of winning this race?
Yes, I again a lucky guy. But I imagine don't pass the Preston. Preston, I believe will win the race today. But I lucky in the pits the pace the best stay behind Preston. Then no tires in the track. It's impossible sustaining the first position. But I have some apologize to Paul Brown for touching him in the middle of the race.
It'll look like you and Paul Brown and Todd Robillard, of course Dan Richter as well, all at the end there were battling it out. Before that caution flag came out, there was about 4 or 5 of you that were running together. And it looked like you were a little bit stronger than those guys. You were actually closing in on Preston a little bit. You cut the gap down below a second. Think that you might be able to have enough to catch him before that caution flag came out.
But I don't pass to Preston in final the race. Preston is very quick in the track. I believe it's win. I luck guy again. I luck guy in the Fridays. It's very very lucky in me. My English is very bad, but it's better.
Doing great, man. You're doing great. Congratulations, Claudio. Always good to see you in Victory Lane, and thanks for supporting TurnLeftTV and High Octane Racing League.
Thank you, Reed. Some the words em português. Agradecer a galera aí, Thiago, Arthur, Chipaldo, todo mundo que tava com a gente aí, mais uma vez. E é isso aí. Agradecer a esposa que deve estar dormindo agora. Mas é isso aí. Thank you, Heath, again for the races in the Fridays, Saturdays. E I convided to you to race in the Mondays with us.
Yes, yeah, I hope to have a Monday free so I can race with you. You have to send me a message to remind me. Sometimes I forget.
No problem, I send.
I don't know if I'm up for getting my butt beaten by all of those Brazilian guys, man. You guys are great at racing. You love racing, and I admire that. So I'm excited to get out there and get taken to school by the Brazilian drivers.
Thank you, Rich. Again, thank you. Good night.
All right, buddy. Buenas noches. All right, that's Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91. Representing Senna on the side of that car. I tell you what, man. One of the greatest drivers ever. Senna. These Brazilian guys, they really do love racing, man. I even talk about this, at work too with my students. They ask me about sim racing, and I said, I'll tell you, man, I've gained so many friends through sim racing, and I've got a lot of friends from Brazil because of sim racing, man. I mean, frankly, I didn't know anybody from Brazil before, but I've got some really, really close friends now. Claudio certainly is one of them, and these guys are absolutely just eat, sleep, and drink racing, man. It's amazing how big of race fans they are. But congratulations to the 91. We may see him back out on the track tomorrow at Riverside in the Saturday Showdown Series. Race number 8 headed your way. It'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow from Riverside. A great road course, 40 laps of pure madness at that track, man. That's going to be a fun one. Don't want to miss it. It'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV. And then I'm going to jump out of the broadcast booth and see if I can't, for once, to try to beat Claudio Bardelli Jr. on the track in the Saturday Night Thunder at Martinsville. He's looking pretty strong at Martinsville, man, so we'll see how these Cup cars handle. Race number 10, the final race of the season. And guess who's leading in the championship? Yep, that's right, Claudio Bardelli Jr. 200 laps there to slug it out at Martinsville in the Saturday Night Thunder. I'll be out there on the track mixing it up with the boys. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, please give EliteHostingUSA.com a look. Not only that, but also your website, your online store. You can use EliteHostingUSA.com for those purposes. That's who hosts our HighOctaneRacing.net site and our servers here at High Octane Racing League. So again, thanks to them. And if you're interested in a server through EliteHostingUSA.com, please give them a look. I want to say, hey, thank you so much for coming in here and joining us on TurnLeft TV tonight. Congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. for another win. That guy just seems to find a way to put himself in contention for a race win and championships, of course. He's got a few here under the belt here at High Octane Racing League now. A great race car driver, man. This guy races all kinds of race sims. He does a great job. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, I encourage you to do so. It's right there. It is. It's right there. I lost it for a second. Thanks for coming in here tonight. Peace to everybody out there. Don't forget to help me out by clicking on those links to those Fanatec website and look at those things that they have there. If you're interested in purchasing something, please use my link here at TurnLeft TV. Link is down in the description of this race. Again, congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. on getting the race win. I'm going to get out of here tonight. We'll see you later, and I am out of here.